Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, welcome back to another Delta Force video. In this one, some pretty exciting news out of the team. The campaign is very close to release, so they did delay it during Season 2. They've now announced that the release date is going to be February the 21st. They also have a beta upcoming for the mobile client of the game, and some of that may indicate that the console version that I know many of you have been waiting for may not be as far away as you think. Before we get started, as always guys, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any future videos, and as always, thank you guys for the support. So, as I already mentioned, Delta Force put out a tweet the other day here saying that the Black Hawk Down co-op campaign lands February the 21st. Get ready to step into the boots of an elite Delta Force operator and relive one of the most iconic military operations where a straightforward capture operation turns into an impossible extraction. Stay tuned as we will be revealing more exciting details in the following days, and remember, no one gets left behind. So we don't really know all too much about this campaign except for the footage that I've showed you guys in the background. For those of you who aren't aware, this is based off of real life events that happened in Mogadishu in Somalia on the 3rd and 4th of October in 1993. Long story short, the Americans went in to try and capture a prisoner who was meeting in there, and this really erupted into a massive firefight in Mogadishu, and as the operation was going on, Somali forces shot down 3 American UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters using RPGs, with 2 of them crashing deep in hostile territory, resulting in the capture of an American pilot. So, after the actual events of this, Ridley Scott made a movie about it. After that happened, there was an older Delta Force game entitled Black Hawk Down that was also based on the events of 1993, and now the Delta Force team are basically rebooting that and doing a reimagination of it. So I'm extremely curious to see if they can pull this off. Obviously, when you're dealing with real-life events, there's a certain amount of nostalgia there, expectations, responsibility to get things correct and to deliver on the events that actually happened there. Maybe not to over-dramatize things too much and make a lot of stuff up. Do they actually have to confer with people who were there? Have they bothered to do that? I really don't have a clue, and so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. It could be a massive win, or it may not be. It looks pretty good so far. So this footage that you guys are seeing in the background is on Unreal Engine 5. Delta Force is on Unreal Engine 4, which gives much more performance. Like, UE5 is notorious for being hard to run, even on high-end systems, but it does give you that photorealistic, beautiful aesthetic that you've seen in a lot of games like Bodycam and others. If you've seen something that looks super photorealistic, chances are it's been running in Unreal Engine 5, and so it could turn out to be really, really nice looking. Now, this is going to be paid content. As for how much it's going to cost, I haven't seen them actually put out a price 100% anywhere yet, but I've heard rumors it's going to be somewhere around the $30 mark. That's kind of what I expected, $30 to $40. I don't think this is going to be like a standalone single-player game. It's, imagine like Call of Duty, right? More like a 5 to 10 hour experience that you can chew through in a day or two. That's certainly not an experience that's going to be worth a full $60 or $70, so I think $30 is fair. Whether that's worth it to you, I would probably say wait until you've seen some reviews on Steam, because this could be one of those campaigns that may be completely hit or miss. It might be fantastic, it may be absolutely terrible, and I would just wait until other people have played it. There's not a massive rush to get there anyway, and see what the Steam reviews say. I will be doing my best to grab a copy of it and play it as well on stream, so I'll let you guys know what I think in the future. Now, that's not the only thing launching for Delta Force this month. We've also got a mobile closed beta test coming on February the 13th. Now, there is limited participation for this one, so it's only going to be on Android phones, so on the Google Play Store, and it will only be available in the UK, Spain, Ukraine, and Poland. So if you're in one of those countries, or I guess you could probably just use a VPN and download it from there anyway, but you're definitely going to have to jump through a few hoops to do that, then you can take part in this one. But now we're down to beta testing, so they've already been running alpha tests of the mobile client. Now we're getting to beta testing, which probably means that the client, the full release of the mobile client, is just around the corner, really. So if you are somebody who hasn't had the chance to jump into Delta Force yet, then you might be in luck soon. Now, I know mobile gaming is not everybody's cup of tea, though, and what a lot of you are waiting for is the console version of the game. And in my eyes, with Black Hawk Down's campaign getting out of the way and the mobile client getting up and running as well and working with crossplay maybe alongside the PC client, although it still remains to be seen exactly how that is going to play out or if it's going to be a thing at all, I can only imagine that they're getting pretty far ahead with the console version of the game as well. I don't think it's going to be too long until we hear something. Every time they are asked about it, they really don't like to budge on this topic at all. They never really reply to people. People submit questions and they just decide not to answer them. It's quite obvious at this point. And I get a feeling from a lot of you guys who are on console and you don't have access to a PC that you're getting quite tired of waiting for the game. And that is a bit of a worry that I have. You know, the game released with not that much content. Yes, there is Operations and there is Warfare, but the Warfare mode only had 5 maps on release. We've only gotten a couple more now. And the drip feed of content feels palpable to me. You know, it's not really enough content to tide me over, and I think a lot of other players, and keep us playing the game on the daily. And I do worry a little bit that the longer the game is out on PC, the more content that people who are console players see of it, the less interested they are maybe going to be about jumping on the game once it finally does release on console, because it's essentially becoming old hat, right? It's kind of last year's game. Like, that sounds like a bit of an exaggeration to say that, but there's just something in the air. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like hype around Delta Force is dying off faster than I would like. So I really do hope they pick up the tempo and release it on console as soon as possible, and I don't doubt that we'll probably hear something about that fairly soon. So there you go, guys. That is all the news on Delta Force for now. Let me know what you think down below. Are you one of those console players that I mentioned who is waiting for the release of Delta Force? What do you think about the campaign? Are you going to pick it up? Is $30, $40, is that a fair price to you? Obviously, I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm just spinning out figures here, and this is pure conjecture on my part, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was around 5 to 10 hours in length. Let me know your thoughts below, guys. Subscribe for more Delta Force and Battlefield, and I'll see you guys in the next video.